Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Special Economic Zones. I'm your host, Ainsley Brown. Today's episode, we are going to speak about shipping lines and their acquisition of zones or acquisition of companies within zones. This is an important trend going or occurring at the end of 2021, and I suspect that it will even grow even further into 2022. The shipping lines are at this moment flush with cash because of the freight rates that have skyrocketed. In some places, going up to 300 and maybe up to 400% increase. And that has had the many companies, shipping companies, shipping lines, flush with cash to the point where they're even giving out bonuses, massive bonuses to all their staff, just as an example. But also, they're on an acquisition spree at this moment. Now, they're not exclusively targeting zones or zone companies. I should make that clear, but they are going after elements of the logistics chain or supply chain. Different companies that offer third-party logistics services, for example, freight forwarders and the like, people that can add value, store and also add value to cargo while it is being postponed, waiting for the next decision to happen, where it should be shipped and so forth. Companies that can do unpacking and repacking, cross docking, to get into some technical logistics terms, of containers. Um, the shipping lines are acquiring these companies, and some of these companies operate out of zones worldwide. So this is a trend that um, I started in 2021, and I suspect, as I said before, will continue in 2022. And it's something that we need to watch out for because um, these acquisitions are going to be happening globally. So some of these companies are global companies, some of them are regional companies or even local companies, but they operate within attractive markets or serve attractive markets. So if you have a company that say is based somewhere in the Caribbean and they service the U.S. market, uh, traffic coming through the Panama Canal as an example, and then they can consolidate, reconsolidate, and then serve the eastern seaboard of the United States, or even certain parts of the southern United States and the Gulf part of the United States as well, efficiently. So, with that, those companies have become very attractive to these shipping lines who, based on the disruptions that have occurred in the supply chains, I've noticed that they need to be a little bit more integrated. So rather than do some sort of cooperation, or maybe they were doing cooperation with these companies, they acquired them and then just bring them into the fold. Another trend that we should watch out for, which will support those acquisitions, is further investments in technologies or technology. Shipping is one of the oldest industries in the world, and sometimes very resistant to change, and sometimes slow to embrace certain technologies. But companies now are really embracing it because they're seeing that it adds visibility. You know where cargo is at any given time. That's a very valuable piece of information to have. Time is money, and knowing how and when to time certain deliveries or even the production of goods is extremely valuable. And that in and of itself is a service that can be sold. So that becomes as well a product that these companies are packaging together and marketing to their clients. So they're looking to acquire companies. And as I said before, many of these companies operate out of zones, some of which may look like you could say, well, that's a technology company. Why is a shipping line acquiring that? There's been, recently a bit of an issue at Maersk, biggest shipping line in the world. One person coming up and saying they're a technology company that basically moves boxes around. Um, and that didn't go down well with the traditionalists who were, well, no, we're a shipping company who uses technology. So there is that tension that's going on, but that's for another subject or another day. But the important part is that this is happening. This change is taking place, and the companies are leveraging technology. And these companies who look like technology companies, shipping lines acquired a technology company, but they're using that technology to enhance logistics and then packaging different types of products. So yes, that may be, a company may be strictly a software, company. They do software as a service, but based on what they're producing, it can be used in to enhance the movement of goods. And as a consequence of that, the shipping lines are looking out for these companies to acquire them, and also looking to train people in coding and things like that. Can you imagine that? A shipping company, you'd think that, you're looking for seafarers, which they still are and will need for foreseeable future. But they're also looking for coders that can build apps and build certain software and so forth that support what they're doing. So look out for that, more of that in 2022. So if you like this episode, please like, share, leave a comment down below if you want to see me cover some other topics or go in depth in certain in topics I've already covered. Just leave a comment down below and I'll get right back.